A criminal charge doesn't have to end a person's story, but once they've entered the legal system, they are at risk for making some of the same mistakes that led them down that path. Here in Jackson County, we have a dedicated community justice department that focuses on helping individuals look forward and write a new chapter for themselves, all while keeping our community safe. You may have some preconceived notions, but after this video, you might be surprised about community justice today.
Community justice is based on the principle that no one agency can adequately provide for all of the needs of a justice-involved individual. The criminal justice system has many players, each doing their part, and community justice is that part where all players come together to make sure our community has safety, that the people involved have the opportunity to change, and that we have the best value in providing services for our community, keeping it safe while helping individuals change. For adults in Jackson County, community justice provides supervision, supports, and sanctions when necessary, utilizing evidence-based approaches across the board. By utilizing partnerships within the community, we can enforce conditions of supervision while making sure individuals have the tools they need to succeed. Working collaboratively is one of the things we do best, and it is the unique function of community justice within the criminal justice system.
It's no small feat. That is why we have a team of talented and caring individuals across multiple programs who work in tandem to achieve three main goals. Enhance safety for victims and community by reducing recidivism and the impact of further crimes. Create behavior change for individuals through collaborative coaching, surveillance, and intervention. Provide customer service through fair and individualized justice through teamwork and partnerships. Jackson County Community Justice does this with tried and true methods that have been used across the country and have research that backs up their effectiveness. These are called evidence-based practices, and they inform the specialized training that our probation officers undergo to better serve the specific needs of our clients. What is interactive case planning?
It's a collaborative supervision plan that takes into account client input and where they are, their stage of change, and so we meet them where they're at and get their feedback so they have some ownership in this process.
How is this different from how case planning was previously conducted?
Previously, case planning was more punitive. It was about either doing something, not doing something, and having consequences. We spent a lot of time telling people what not to do and not providing them the skills to learn how to do something different. So we created these voids, these vacuums, and had this expectation that they would figure out how to do things differently. And now we work in the office with the client, teaching them skills to fill those voids. Some examples are we would tell them who not to hang out with, but then not turn around and teach them skills on how to interact with people who've never been involved in the criminal justice system. So we would create these big voids and then expect success, and now we try to help them fill those skill deficits.
How is this different from the risk assessment process?
The risk assessment is the foundation for this. It is the cement block that we build the house on. It gives us the information we need to what areas are most likely to lead to this individual client staying involved in the criminal justice system and committing new offenses. So everything is driven by the assessment for the case plan.
So how do you determine success for a client during this process?
That's incredibly individualized. It kind of depends on where the client is. So we spend a lot more time talking about individual small successes instead of the large, big success that we used to getting off supervision, not committing crimes. Sometimes success for a client is showing up. It's the first time they have ever came to see their POs consecutive times in a row. And then other times, success is getting into college, getting their first term out of the way, having a year clean. So the success is individualized, and then we work on building, once they create one success, we work on building more successes until it's just kind of a cascading effect where they get used to being successful.
What type of feedback has community justice gotten from the probation officers about this process?
It's kind of twofold. It's time consuming. It creates a lot new skills that are required to be learned from probation officers. And anytime you learn new skills, it's a lot of stumbling and working your way through it, and it takes longer to do. However, once the PO has gotten just a small bit of skills and starts using this, or what I'm hearing is it's rewarding. People aren't absconding as often. They're more excited to come see their PO. They don't just play lip service and just to show up and see how fast they can get out of the office. So often their actually POs are having to redirect to keep the office visit shorter rather than trying to elicit information out of their pull it out.
Thank you for learning about community justice today and the ways in which we are redefining public safety. We are proud of where we are today and look forward to the next chapter in community justice.